Welcome to the Skies Over Stony Brook Newsbreak. I'm your host, Spencer Flash. It's the week of November the 22nd, and I'm frustrated as right now. Welcome to the Skies Over Stony Brook Newsbreak. I'm your host, Spencer Flash. It is the week of November the 22nd. Welcome to the show. We were putting together our last episode. We heard about the terrorist attacks in Paris. And at that moment, we really realized that this show was something that we really wanted to do. So tonight we just wanted to take a second to say that our hearts and our thoughts are with the people of France during this time. And that hopefully one day our show will be able to reach a wider European audience beyond just Switzerland. Yes, you heard me right. 1% of our viewers actually come from Switzerland. So if you're watching this from Switzerland right now, danke, merci, and thank you for watching. We'll be sending you a box of chocolates. Getting back to things more local, Stony Brook's Department of Campus Athletics, or Wolfie's Bitches. We know that we've already covered athletics previously in a segment, but there's a lot more to discuss.
On Thursday, Glenn Dubin, founder and principal of Dubin & Co. LP, a private investment company, and his wife Ava announced the allocation of a $5 million matching challenge grant to the Stony Brook Athletics Department to be put toward the eventual construction of a new indoor training center. The pledge comes in the form of a matching challenge grant in which the Dubins will match all gifts toward an indoor training center fund that the Athletics Department receives between July 1st, 2015 and June 30th, 2016. Up to $5 million. If contributors to the fund donate at least that amount, the department will meet its goal of raising $10 million for an indoor practice facility, part of its 5-year plan released in June. Together, we transform. The new facility will feature a 100-yard indoor multi-purpose synthetic turf practice field. It will be built near the Kenneth P. Laval Stadium and will be able to transform to allow multiple Stony Brook teams to practice.
Wow, a beautiful new indoor arena fit for all kinds of sports. Why does this sound so familiar? Oh, that's right, I almost forgot about the Island Federal Credit Union arena that we just got last year. This show, by the way, is brought to you by the Island Federal Credit Union, the only place that Wolfie can trust to store his prized collection of Sam Stanley bobbleheads. And he suggests that you do too, if you don't want to be charged at one of our on-campus ATMs. So, how much does this brand new training facility cost?
So didn't you write yourself a check? I heard that you did. Is that true?
I wrote myself a check for $10 million. $10 million. $10 million. $10 million. $10 million.
$10 million. Granted, a lot of this is being funded by generous grants to the university from people who are sympathetic to our varsity teams. Now, if only we could get a generous sponsor to give $5 million to keep Studio 97 afloat, then I wouldn't be having to get haircuts from Giuseppe. But seriously, let's just think for a second. We're about to build a $10 million new training facility. Why? Why are we doing this again? I'm pretty sure that last time I read one of those join or die Stony Brook brochures, that it said something about every single quad having a gymnasium. Oh yeah, and that brand new rec center with thousands of different workout machines. And an entire varsity athletes only training center right next to the giant arena. Wait, I'm sorry. This just in, as we speak, they're actually installing a squat rack online in fake Wendy's so that you can make some serious gains while waiting in line for that artery-clogging milkshake. Make sure you have a spotter, though. Seriously, though, we have an actual athletes-only training center, and they will literally turn you down at the door if you're not a registered D1 athlete at Stony Brook.
You're listening to Seawolves Radio. Seawolves Radio, where everyone's a f***ing winner, and no one's a loser. Hey, what are you doing listening to me? Get the f*** back to work. Seawolves Radio, where seawolves can be seawolves.
Apparently, this new training facility is being built so that some of the teams will be able to practice on a field during the off-season. But honestly, there are a lot of other things that Stony Brook's contribution to this arena could have paid for. I mean, I'm not good at math or anything, but I'm pretty sure that if it costs 21 cents for a student on campus to get water, then you'd be able to buy, enough fucking water that all the students on campus could get free water. And here's another idea. Raise some money to give back to the sports clubs that really need it. Take Ski and Snowboard Club, for example. They're a new club that just got underway as an official student organization. And according to their Facebook page, they have 501 members. They're trying to go to Utah this winter to ski and snowboard. The current budget is so low because of the lack of resources combined with the difficulty of getting funded for a new club from the USG that this is true. Club president Josh Farber has to do something pretty incredible every 3 weeks just to keep his club alive.
Just about every month, Ski and Snowboard Club goes into New York City, into Manhattan, to pick up 200 dozen Krispy Kremes. Sometimes it's actually gotten a little bit more than 200 dozen now, to sell as a fundraiser, since we currently have no budget. These fundraisers raise quite a lot of money, which help us quite a bit in reducing the cost of trips, but they only go so far.
So you're telling me you drive into the city,
Yep.
and you're able to get back in time
Yep.
to sell 2,000 or more donuts
Yep.
to students.
We leave campus at about 5 in the morning, and hope for
Hope
no
for good
traffic.
traffic.
That never happens.
Mm-hmm.
Last time, our last fundraiser, it took 7 hours to get to the city and back. We don't have a budget with USG, and our trips cost a lot of money. For instance, our Utah trip is costing at least well over $20,000. Last year, all of our trips combined, both local trips and our overnight spring break trip, was about $20,000 in total. So our trips cost a lot of money, we spend a lot of money, and not having a budget.
You don't have a budget because?
We don't have a budget because we're still considered a new club with USG in student activities, and their policies dictate that new clubs have to go through a lengthy process in determining that they are a legitimate club, they're serving a legitimate purpose, and that they can handle money successfully before they get a manageable amount of money. So right now, I believe we had to go 2 semesters not recognized by USG. Then we finally got recognized by USG last spring. We go 2 semesters completely unfunded after we've been recognized. Then we're eligible for a probationary budget of $800, which
doesn't do
is a
much.
drop in the
Which
bucket.
doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's literally a drop in the bucket compared to everything. And
So
then,
how long will it take before you're talking before you're funded to the point where it might actually be able to help you? In years?
Yeah, years. I can certainly see the reasonings behind the policies they have now, but they don't apply fairly to all clubs, especially clubs that grow in size quite rapidly after they've started, such as Ski and Snowboard Club. We started with 3 members our first meeting. Now we have over 600 people interested in part of the club. And clubs that grow in size that rapidly and do things such as Ski and Snowboard Club that are expensive need money to be successful and go forward. So
I think that's crazy. Here's a quote from a current freshman Stony Brook Boxing Club member about how desperately his club needs some funding. They took away our mat room. Now there are mats on the walls in that room, but not on the floors. It's supposed to be a racquetball room, but you can't actually play racquetball in it. We also need new gloves that don't smell bad and give you infections. Now, the boxing club is an awesome and fun club and really deserves better treatment than that. It just kind of seems weird that we're spending so much money on a brand new arena when we don't even have a pool. We literally give out money for scholarships every single year for swimmers. But there are no pools on campus. I don't know where they're swimming. Hopefully not Roth Pond. But, you know. Our next story is about the solar system. No, not that one. I'm sure that to any of you non-Stony Brook students, the solar system to you just means, a bunch of rocks flying around the sun. But to SBU students, the solar system is your greatest nemesis and cruelest ally. Solar is SBU's website where you can hypothetically sign up for classes, pay your tuition, and get important information and such. But this website is so archaically labyrinthine that the only man who can actually fluidly navigate it is probably Cypher. Are these guys too young to get Matrix references? Is that... Alright, I'm just going to fly with it. The website desperately needs to be redone. The average student only needs access to maybe 3 or 4 of the pages on the site, but each one of the ones that we actually need are hidden deep within the bowels of Solar under like 5 or 6 submenus. Solar crashes, it will delete your shopping cart when you're trying to pick classes, and gives login trouble on a pretty routine basis. Not to mention the security of the site. Recently, someone managed to hack into Solar. This is true. This is a website that has a lot of personal information. They hacked into it and deleted everyone's shopping carts, so that when you're picking classes, all of the progress you made to planning out a schedule next semester is randomly deleted. This happened to me like 5 or 6 fucking times. Yeah, I'm not mad though. That's alright. You think with a campus filled with brilliant computer science, and we just bought a brand new computer science center, you think somebody could build us a new website that's much more functional and really functions on the level that... I don't know what I was going to say there.
That's okay.
Okay. With a campus filled with brilliant computer scientists, a brand new computer science center, you think that maybe we could get a website that really functions on the level expected of a university. That way, maybe students don't have to feel like this. So I just gotta hit enroll for my shopping cart. Must accept. Okay, let me select the classes. I'm literally taking the prerequisites right now. Well, that's our show for this week. Thank you for tuning in to the Skies of Stony Brook Newsbreak. Be sure to catch us next week. I'd also like to thank everyone who donated to our GoFundMe. We really appreciate all the help. I'm wearing a suit this episode. It's not new, but I just, I like it. I'm wearing jeans, though. So, it's whatever. I also have Jamaican flag socks. See that? These are nice. I like them. I'm not endorsing marijuana, but I also have a Bob Marley shirt. Look at this. This is true. I'm really showing my Jamaican pride today. It's Bob Marley and the Wailers. Yeah, What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, the show's over. And now it's time for this week's installment of Spencer Reed's Dramatic Yaks. I miss my ex-girl. She's been seeing this guy for a while, but they broke up. And she still likes him. We've been on and off before that happened. Every time I talk to her, she pushes me away. What do I do?
I hope that one day you have the courage to run away from everything that makes you so miserable.
I try to be nice and very approachable, and yet girls don't take any sort of moment to message me back. Some females can be very heartless. I'm having a hard time finding the good ones. Now it isn't acceptable to f plastic skeletons anymore. What will I do?